We are back. The network is stable. You have to lift your spirits. You have to lift your spirits. You have to lift the Biafra spirit in you. This music will provoke the Biafra spirit in you to wake up. Custom destroys impounded goods worth 12 million. Which the tribe owns these goods? Southern Nigeria. Southern Nigeria, people from the Southern Nigeria owns these goods. Custom impounded destroys 12 million worth of goods while people are dying of hunger in Nigeria. Why Nigeria has become the poverty capital of the world, and the custom in Nigeria, out of wickedness, controlled by the northeast and the northwest, they are impounding and liquidating the business of people of the southern Nigeria. I call it the economic jihad. Economic jihad. Even for them to look for less privilege in Nigeria, to give these goods that have been impounded They cannot do that. The wickedness of Nigeria in encouraging criminals, in encouraging crime, in breeding criminals is immeasurable. It is immeasurable. Those who engage in legal business by importation, whether it is either smuggling or not smuggling, when these goods are impounded, most of the goods are not even impounded at the point of entry, but after the goods must have arrived the shop, to the shop owners, must have arrived to the warehouse of the owners, after they have paid bribe to smuggle it into Nigeria, they will still give the information that the goods has entered Nigeria and it's in a particular shop, and the Nigeria custom controlled by jihadists, they will go and impound it. Instead of them to share these goods to Nigerians who are dying of hunger, those who could not afford 3 square meals per day. No, they don't want to do that. They want you to die in hunger. They have to go and destroy it. Destroy the goods worth 12 million. Remember, they have destroyed billions of naira worth of goods. This is too small. This is too small. 12 million is too small. But I'm just telling you the criminality. I'm just telling you the evil, the witchcraft, Nigeria. I am telling you the wickedness in Nigeria is too much. The wickedness in Nigeria is too much that Nigeria only breeds criminals. This evening, it is all about the proof that Nigeria breeds criminals, and let us just have patience and follow this broadcast as we start. It may also shock you. It may also shock you that the herdsmen that are killing people in southern Nigeria, the cows, these cows you see, most of them are owned by southern Nigerians. Most of them are owned by senators. Most of them are owned by politicians who have been a product of Nigeria, who Nigeria has breeded to be criminals. They are importing Fulani herdsmen into your land. So don't think that the cows you are seeing, that all of them are owned by Dangote or all of them are owned by Mohammed. It is a lie. It is a lie. The truth is that the people that you see, the influx of Fulani herdsmen in Biafra land, in Yoruba land, they are being sponsored by the people of our own brothers, whom have sworn an oath of allegiance to make sure their personal interests, they will put their personal interests above the people of their region, their personal interests above their own family, personal interests above their own state, personal interests above their own villages and their own constituencies. So when you see the Fulani walking around with their cows, these cows are owned. Some of them are owned by the people from your villages. And because of their selfish interest, because Nigeria, they graduated from Nigeria to become criminals, they graduated from Nigeria to become tormentor of their own people, they will go and import Fulanis to come and look after their cows. and they cannot, and they will not caution them not to be killing people. And the Fulani have used the opportunity of the fact that most of Biafrans, most of Yorubas own the cow. They have used that opportunity to make sure they continue their quest to conquer the southern Nigeria. And they have brought jihad right in front of our eyes. And the people that imported them, most of them are our own people. That is why when we say Nigeria breed criminals, you don't need to doubt us. Everybody that is involved in cow business and you are from the southern Nigeria, you are into criminality. You are committing, you have graduated from Nigeria Criminal School. You are now a graduated criminals. Now, on this note, the program of the day is hereby kicked off, hereby opened. Let us start now. Welcome to this program. After Facebook attack, it looks like the network is stable. It looks like the broadcast is stable. We have to continue. Whether they attack the page or not, it doesn't matter to us. We are ready to talk to even one person. It doesn't matter because people will still come later to watch the video. But we must continue. We must continue. So what am I trying to say today? The background of this broadcast is that Nigeria breed criminals. So, of course, this is one of the reasons we are opting out of Nigeria. We are opting out of Nigeria, and it's going to be in a democratic way. We are opting out of Nigeria, and if the democratic way didn't work, believe me, we are ready for armed struggle. We are ready for military, whatever diplomatic military way or whenever way Nigeria wants it. We are ready. We are ready, and we will be ready to sacrifice anything. If it is better, we will not be alive to see what is going on in Nigeria to continue in the next 10 years. Of our newborn generation, of our unborn generation, it is better we do everything to stop and get freedom than to continue to wallow in ignorance and it will become the second Turkey in history book. That cannot happen. We cannot be second Turkey in history book. We are people of God and we are going to fight our freedom until last man standing. Until last man standing. You see, the point is that this time around, there is not going to be even last man standing. Any day Biafra pick up arms. Any day Biafra pick up arms. It is not only about Nigeria. That is the end of Africa. At least, starting from West Africa. Any day Biafra pick up arms, it is going to be the end of West Africa. So, of course, it is not going to come from us, but believe me, a lot of people are going. A lot of people, a lot of tribe within this West Africa, they are going. People who are tired of being part of terrorists, people who are tired of being a scapegoat, people who are being used and who have become victims of the crimes they did not commit. Now, Yorubas are paying the price of Northeast and Northwest Nigeria. Biafrans are paying the price of Northeast and Northwest Nigeria. And those of you who are asking the map of Biafra. Map of Biafra is very simple. Map of Biafra is the map of the old Eastern region. As simple as that. The old Eastern region map is the map of Biafra. Now, Biafra people have stretched to Benue State. As I'm talking to you today, This is a very important information. As I'm talking to you today, there is a scheme. There is a scheme to annexate Anambra, part of Anambra State, to Benue, and part of Nsukka to Kogi State. There is a plan going on, and I'm calling on people of Anambra State. I'm calling on people of Enugu State, Nsukka. I am calling on you today to give you this information. If you know your senators, we know the senators cannot do anything. We know your politicians cannot do anything because they are all sellout. You people have seen what is going on. They are all sellout. Remember, you have to be very vigilant now. People from Anambra State, the Anambra State that has a boundary with Benue State. Anambra State that has boundary with Benue State. Everybody must be on watch out. There is a plan to annexate part of Anambra State to Benue State. It is happening as I speak. There is also a plan to annexate part of Nsukka to Kogi State. It is happening as I speak. And because they have seen the resurgence of Biafra agitator, they have seen that Biafra, there is an upsurge, there is a new blood in Biafra agitator. They know that Biafras are going. What they want to do now is to continue to divide Biafra into pieces. So there is a plan going on now to annexate part of Anambra to Benue and part of Nsukka to Kogi State. It must be resisted with everything available. It must be resisted. It must be resisted anywhere the boundary commission or whoever that is involved in this scandal, anywhere they are, it must, entire Biafrans must come together to make sure they resist this annexation, that this fraudulent annexation they want to do. Today, we have our brothers annexated to Benue State. As you know, we have our brothers from Biafra annexated to Benue State. We have our brothers annexated to Kogi State. We have our brothers stretching to all this Edo and you can see them. So now, it is time, let us make it very clear. The Biafra map, for those who are looking for map of Biafra, it is annexated. For somebody who is saying it is not annexated, it is annexed. It is annexated. When your land is cut off, you know, if you are being cut off and you find yourself in a different state or in a different country, it is called annexation, annexated. So you say it's annexed. It is not annexed, my brother. English is very broad. So you are not Mr. English. Even the English people, most of them don't know it very well. It is annexated. You can call it, or somebody say annexed. No, it is annexation. It is annexated, not annexed. No, it is annexated. Annexation. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You can search it if it is wrong. But this is exactly what it is. It has been annexated. Most of our brothers, their land, or most of our land has been annexated to Benue State. They have been annexated to Kogi State, and now they're about to annexate the Anambra and Enugu part of Nsukka to Benue and to Kogi State, and it must be resisted. So whether the English is right or wrong, please, if you know you want to learn a new word today, you have learned a new word today, it is called annexated. Go and check it, and if it is not right, you can correct me, please. But we are not here for English language. We are here to tell you what is going on in your land, and you shouldn't be interested in how I'm speaking it, because I know the people I'm communicating, they really understand what I'm saying. The point here, most of you in Nigeria, what you don't understand is that you don't expect me to come here and begin to speak in tongue. I can speak in tongue, you can't understand me. The people I am speaking to need to understand me. An average Nigerian, which you are part of, you who come here, instead of you to listen to what I'm saying, you want to tell me that it is not annexated, that it is annexed. You are the part of the problem we are speaking of, because most of you have lost your sense of reasoning. Today, I just made a post. I was telling people that today is not my birthday, and still, people are wishing me birthday. I really appreciate it. It was very shocking to me that people did not actually read the post. And that is exactly what is wrong with most of you. So when somebody is talking, instead of you to pay attention to what the person is saying, you pick out an accepted, that it is not an accepted. But anyway, you will be put to shame when you go and check what the meaning is of an accusation. Now, what I'm saying is that everybody must resist, every Biafran must resist this what they're about to do. So we cannot accept it. They have done it in the past. It works for them because nobody care. It works for them because nobody care. It works for them because nobody care. Nobody care at all. Nobody care at all. But now we care. Now we care for our land. Now we care for our people. And we have to be prognosing in these issues. These little issues that have now, germinated into python and is swallowing people, swallowing our people. We have to be picking interest in them. And that is why it is important for you to call on Biafrans. They must resist this move by the Boundary Commission or whatever they call them to annex this Anambra and Nosuka to Kogi and Benue respectively. We must resist it. Now, remember, the title of today's program is, of course, people say it happened in Edo. Yes, it happened in Edo. We are just saying that it cannot happen again. It cannot happen again. Now, the title of today's broadcast is, like you all know, it is, I want to prove to you that Nigeria breeds criminals. And with what is going on in Nigeria now, what is going on in NDDC, believe me, we are not talking about some people will say the NDDC, they are using it to distract us. Yes, they are using it to distract us, but we are going to use it, this NDDC, very much. We are going to use it because it is part of the reason why we are leaving Nigeria. For those who think that now, the Niger Delta people are corrupt, it is the Ekpa Biafra that is corrupt. It is this that is corrupt. They are Niger Delta. Believe me, it can never be possible without the help of people in the north. That is the point here. It cannot be possible without the help of the northeast and northwest, the Fulanis. So, how can you be telling us that now the NDDC scam is coming? You see, the people that are looting are the Niger Delta. Who tell you that the account is not, the money is not, is not traceable to Sultan of Sokoto? Who tell you that the money is not traceable to Malami? Who tell you that the NDDC money is not traceable to the Senate President? Who tell you that the NDDC money is not traceable to all the northern cabals? Who tell you? This is the point. So the people that you see that are coming now to talk, and you think they are the one looting the money, they are the field soldiers. Ekpa Biafra is just a field soldier. He's just an actor. He is the executioner, or he has become the executioner because he just joined the NDDC. So he has become a foot soldier. He is executioner. He is not the one who is engineering the looting. The looting is an institutionalized looting. You people don't get it. It is an institutionalized looting. Ekpa Biafra did not institutionalize it. Ekpa Biafra is only following the step. He's only following the foundation that he met in NDDC. You see, if you listen to Kwankwaso, when Kwankwaso was explaining how he removed himself from NDDC, Jonathan, told him to continue. He said no, that he can't continue. So it is an institutionalized corruption that is going on in Niger, in NDDC. And who are those institutionalized the corruption? It is the northeast and the northwest, the Fulanis. As I'm talking to you, do you know board members in NDDC are Northerners? Are you aware? Are you aware that you have Northerners in the board of NDDC? What is a Northerner doing in NDDC board? Are you aware of that? If you are not aware of that, I'm telling you this evening, go and check the board of trustees or board of directors or whatever they are called. You have representatives from the northern Nigeria in the board. And these people are the one who knows exactly what is going on in NDDC. So when we come to talk NDDC, you say the people of Niger Delta are the one looting. It is not them. It is not them. They are the executioners. They are being used as the willing tools, as Usman Danfodio normally say it. So the earlier you realize that it is not just Ekpa Biafra, the better for you. The earlier you realize it is not just Akpabio just joined there. Akpabio just joined. The time you realize it is Akpabio is corrupt, is a criminal, we know. But I'm telling you now, he is not alone. He is not alone. You see the doctor who fainted, he is not alone. The main pioneer of the looting of the NDDC are somewhere in the north. They are somewhere in the north. They are somewhere in the north. So don't just twist it. You should know what is going on. You should know what is going on. Don't twist it. Don't twist it. The main executioners are somewhere in the north, and let us not just twist it. So now this evening, I'm going to make a few analysis. Remember, it is still unproved. I'm proving to you this evening that, first of all, Nigeria breed criminals. And when under the Nigeria breed criminals, I'm going to elaborate it, the kind and different type of criminals that Nigeria breed. First of all, Nigeria breed criminals, on the issue I am going to analyze this evening, which is part of the NDDC issue. I'm going to analyze this evening. I am going to also analyze the issue of bandit. Do you know how Nigeria support and breed criminals? Let me give you a very brief background of apart from what I have said so far. Let me just tell you. Do you know that in Nigeria today, Nigeria government are negotiating with Boko Haram. They are negotiating with bandits. They are releasing the so-called repentant Boko Haram. Now tell me, if you arrest Boko Haram, who has killed children, killed women, raised your community, put Nigeria into a blacklist, Boko Haram was responsible for blacklisting of Nigeria, including putting Nigeria as a terrorist country. It is the work of Boko Haram. Now you arrest the Boko Haram members who claim to have repented, and then you say you de-radicalize them. After the de-radicalization, as you call it, you now say you want to recruit them into Nigerian military, and a military man who is a general in Nigerian military come publicly on camera to say, if you are a Boko Haram member, you can become a president of this country if you repent. Now tell me, is that not encouraging people to go into criminality? Is that not encouraging people to go into terrorism? Because even if you kill soldiers, like the soldiers are being killed on daily basis, after they arrest them, they release them. Are you not encouraging them? That is one of the reasons Nigeria breed criminal. Because when they arrest, it is only those who they manage to kill at the battlefield or in the battlefield that will just be a waste. But those who they capture will repent and tell them that they have repented, and they now rehabilitate them, put them in a very good air-conditioned house, feed them, train them, pay them, clothe them. Meanwhile, you have people in Nigeria who are not criminals. You have people in Nigeria who have not killed even ants. They are struggling on daily basis to make ends meet. They are struggling, carrying goods on their head, going from one road to another. The government, the various state governments in which they are operating and selling their business and selling their goods, the government will now have a task force of criminals, task force of thuggery, are made up of thuggery, made up of thugs, made up of criminals who they have used to rig election. Those thugs will be empowered, giving them the power, and even with security agents attached with them, they will go and start molesting these innocent Nigerians that are selling in the street, that are selling something. When you calculate the whole business they have, it doesn't worth more than 10,000 naira. They will go there, extort money from them, destroy their goods. Now tell me, are you not telling these people it is better for you to go and join Boko Haram? That is exactly what is going on. You see person in Lagos State selling and hawking, and you have these Alaye boys. They will go and start taking tax from them. They will go and start taking money from them. I saw the governor of Cross River State crying the other day. They said that people should stop collecting tax from people that have business less than 50,000 or whatever. I don't know. Now, Is that not encouraging people to go into crime? Are you not discouraging people to go into legitimate business? Why are Nigeria so wicked? Why are Nigeria breeding criminals by discouraging people from going into petty business that they are doing to look after their families? That is wickedness in the highest order. You cannot provide school for your children. You cannot provide good hospital. You cannot provide good road. And when these people with their family, they go to the roadside to sell goods. You come there, you molest them, you come there with security agency, you kill them, you destroy their goods. Do I start to show you videos? Have you people not been seeing the videos of how they destroy even widows? Even widows. Remember the former governor of Edo State, Oshimole. Oshimole was the one who told one woman in Edo State to go and die. A widow. Oshimole told the woman, go and die. The video trended on social media. It went viral. And at the end of the day, he invited the woman at the state house. Because of there is video that people begin to share on the internet and they went viral. Do you know thousands and thousands of Nigeria are going the same thing that woman went through? A lot of women, a lot of widows in Nigeria today went through, they are still going through the same thing the woman in Edo State went through, and nobody is talking for them because there is no video. There is no video. But Boko Haram, those who have killed soldiers are being recruited, encouraged. That is the reason why I say Nigeria breed criminals. Have you seen it? Number two, do you know that Nigeria respects people, criminals who carry AK-47? Do you know that Nigeria respects you when you begin to carry AK-47 and start killing people? You become so, so respectable that they will begin to invite you for negotiation. That is encouraging criminal. That is encouraging criminality. That is encouraging terrorism. In Katsina State, we have seen, I'm just using Katsina as an example, but because we have seen it all over Nigeria, when a governor, the current governor of Katsina State, went to the den of bandits, invited the head of bandits, the bandits that have killed women, children, kidnapped, murdered, raped, and destroyed villages. The governor, current governor, not past governor, current governor of Katsina State, went to the den of this bandit, meet with the leader of bandit, took picture. A general of Nigerian army was there. A police commissioner was there. High-rank officers was there. The bandit was carrying AK-40, a very heavy machine gun, and a snap picture. Now tell me, are you not encouraging the people in that locality to go into banditry? If you can be arresting people who don't have arms, putting them inside prison without charging them to court, like you do to IPOB members, are you not encouraging IPOB members to start taking up arms? Are you not encouraging Biafrans to start taking up arms? Because that is the language you will listen to. You see, a lot of people don't know that because now we are calling it a name. We say Nigeria encourages criminality. We say Nigeria encourages crime. People get offended with it. Now I want to ask you, even the people that are getting offended by hearing that Nigeria encourages crime, they are the one telling you that the language Nigeria understand, this government of Nigeria understand is when you go when you start carrying arms. Most of them are saying it. You say, when they carry arms now, everybody will start talking, everybody will start begging them for negotiation. The same thing happened in Niger Delta. When Niger Delta militancy, they start bombing and killing everybody, kidnapping people for ransom, bombing pipeline. Nigeria government go into negotiation. Nigeria government begin to look for people to go and start talking with the militant group. Because they have arms, they have ammunition, they are destroying pipeline, but Nigeria government see them as criminals. So they have to encourage them. They have to approach them. That is encouragement. They are encouraging crime. A lot of people today, they enrich themselves by being, being a member of this Niger Delta militancy and all that. They use people to make money. They use the freedom fighters to make money for themselves. And today they have reached themselves. They have followers. They say they command respect and all that. Because they were involved in armed struggle against the government. And the government encouraged them. So are you telling me are you telling me that the government is not breeding criminals? They breed criminals. You don't just know it. I am trying to open your head now. Nigeria breed criminals. Nigeria breed criminals. They breed them. They breed criminals. They train you to become criminal. And if you cannot be a criminal, you cannot succeed in Nigeria. You cannot succeed. It is only we, Biafra agitators today, we are going to use our intellectual capacity to destroy Nigeria and get our Biafra. And it is happening already. It is happening already because this is exactly what they don't know. When you know this one, you don't know the other one. We are going to use our intellectual capacity to destroy Nigeria and get Biafra. And it is happening. They think everything is by arm. They think everything is by AK-47. They don't know that the world is, that is innovation. Innovation, the world has become a global village. A global village where I can be here and I'm in Nigeria at the same time. A global village where I can be in Nigeria and I'm in America at the same time. The world has become a global village and these people are living analog life. Analog life. They don't know. They think that this is 87. They think that this is 84 when Buhari took over by coup. They think that this is 1967 when they went to war with Biafra. This is global. During 1967, the world were never a global village. Today, the world has become a global village, and that's a very huge difference, between now and then. So now, let me go straight. Having given you this background, let me go straight to what I am about to discuss with you today. Now, first of all, remember, the issue here is that the NDDC saga, Nigeria breed criminals. Now I'm going to tell you a lot of things. Akpabio, the ex-managing director accused Akpabio of many things. And I'm going to, for those, because when I played this video, they say the woman is corrupt herself. Yes, the woman can be corrupt. Nobody is doubting that. They say she's not this, she's not that. But the question here is that all the allegations the woman levied against Akpabio, are they factual allegation or not? That is what I'm interested in. And I told you, even before this hearing of Akpabio started, that, listen, let me tell you all, that this woman, whether she's a looter, whether she's not a looter, my concern is the allegation against Akpabio, are they factual allegation or not? And I told you all that the allegations were factual. First of all, Akpabio got approval from the FEC without approving budget. An unapproved budget, the FEC approved it for Akpabio to spend the money. That's a crime. That's a criminal offense under Nigeria Criminal Code. He has defrauded Nigeria government. He has defrauded the FEC by getting approval from them for a budget that were not approved. It is a serious crime. So if you are part of those who are close to the people making this probe, note this thing down. What I'm saying now, that Akpabio getting approval to spend the money that were not approved is a serious crime, punishable under Criminal Code of Nigeria, and it is like more than 5 years, depending on the gravity of the crime. So it is imprisonment. It is it is a crime that Akpabio should, by now, in fact, he should not even resign, but he should be forced to step down as a minister. So I am expecting the people that are organizing this probe, first of all, the next time Akpabio is appearing, if he's going to appear again, or I don't know, because you don't know Nigeria, because the people that are involved in it, they are all criminals. So, but for the sake of justice, the Akpabio must compel him to step aside, to step down from minister. That is the right thing. You cannot be, you cannot be under investigation with this kind of heavy allegation of looting and thieving and all that, and you are still a minister, controlling your, commanding your respect, and you have people under you. You are still parading yourself as a minister of the federation. It is not possible. The only thing they have to do now is to compel Akpabio to step down, so that he will open up, because when you ask him to step down now, it will anger him to open up to expose the people that are doing the crime with him, because they need to be exposed. But that does not mean that Nigeria is going to get better again. That is a lie. Now let us listen to this.
The media. She dropped a bombshell when, in the extensive briefing, she told journalists that the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs engineered her removal from office for failing to dance to his tunes.
You see, the woman accused Akpabio of removing her from the office when she did not dance to the tune of looting. And I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play Akpabio's voice here this evening, confirming what that woman alleged Akpabio of doing. I'm going to play the video where Akpabio say the woman, that evil woman, must be removed at all costs. I'm going to play the voice this evening. But let us watch the woman.
He makes any payment in NDDC without Godwin Akpabio's approval. When we first came to NDDC, on the day of going for the inauguration, he told me in the car that, Madam MD, if you don't do what I say, the same pen with which I used to sign your letter, it will be the same pen that I will use to remove you. He said the first thing I should do when I get to Port Harcourt is to change the dollars in the NDDC account. I was scared to do that. After that, he came to Port Harcourt 2 days after the inauguration. He said the first thing I should do is to make sure I change the dollars. I should remove Mr. Kaltungo from being legal and send him on compulsory retirement. That we cannot have a northerner be the head of the legal team, of the legal unit. He said I should remove all the other directors that refused to take his instruction during the time of Mrs. Agwadaga. That's the predecessor before I came. So he came also with a draft, which I've submitted, with a draft letter that I should write and put it on my letterhead, implicating Senator Nwebushi for collecting contracts in NDDC. I told him that I will not, I'm a lawyer, and that whoever alleges must prove. The fact that Senator Nwebushi is giving us trouble as IMC, you remember also that the...
Now tell me, now this woman have made a lot of allegations here. One of them, which is alleging that Senator Nwebushi take contract, and he want to manufacture a letter of the contract. He want to implicate Senator Nwebushi, who did not actually take the contract. Do you understand what is going on? And on this note, Senator Akpabio appeared in the panel and told the panel that the people that are benefiting from the scandal in NDDC are the members of the National Assembly. You see? So we cannot totally agree. Of course, those who are part of it, like the chairman of that day, you know, when he say it's okay, probably has proven that he's part of it. But not all of them, not all the senators may be part of this. And those who they want to implicate, they will implicate them. And you know, once they sign the paper, even the person, the only thing, you go to court to clear yourself. You go to court to clear yourself that you did not get any contract. But who know the level of impunity, the level of implication, the level of the implication Akpabio want to do against Senator Nwebushi? It can be that after cooking that implication, Nwebushi cannot even exonerate himself, because Nigeria breed criminals. So the judge that will try the case, Akpabio will pay billions to them. The police that will arrest or the people that will hear Senator Nwebushi, Akpabio will pay billions to them. So to make sure that this Nwebushi go down. So they can go to any length, they can go to any level. So nobody know the level of the implication, of the document that Akpabio may be presenting to this committee. Even the people who may not have knowledge of what is going on may be implicated. Because when you take criminal, instead of him to go down alone, he want to bring everybody to go down with him. So let us continue.
They did not recognize the IMC. I said, I will not do that letter. He said I was ungrateful and I refused to do the letter. Dr. Cairo now said that he will do the letter. If Akpabio tells him to kill, he will kill before he asks why the...
Now, I want you people to listen. This man said doctor something. Is it not the same doctor that fainted? Let us listen to the who doctor again, she said.
He will kill before him. Will do the letter. If Akpabio tells refuse to do the letter, Dr. Cairo now said that he will do.
You see, she said Dr. Cairo. Did I hear her correctly? Did I hear her correctly? She said Dr. Cairo. Now, who is Dr. Cairo? I'm going to show you who is Dr. Cairo. Let us listen again.
Refused to do the letter. Dr. Cairo now said that he will do the letter. If Akpabio tells...
Tell me, who is this Dr. Cairo? Is he not the same doctor that were sitting side by side with the man who fainted? Somebody should put me through. Who is this Dr. Cairo? Is he not the same? Is he not the same man? One moment. One moment. Dr. Cairo, is he not the same man?
In the budget line in 2019 where you derive that power to spend.
What is this man name? This man on red cap. Can somebody tell me what is the name of this man? What is the name of the man on the red cap? Is he not the Cairo? Now, thank you very much. You see? You see? This is the man who told this woman that if Akpabio asks him to kill, in fact, before Akpabio will even open his mouth to say go and kill, he will kill. This is the man. Now, do you understand the game now? Because why I'm asking this question is so that you will follow me. You will follow me to be exposing them. It is not just me coming to talk. So you will follow in the digging deep into this issue. Now, the woman said that this man who is Cairo now told her that before Akpabio will say go and kill, he will kill the person. You see the criminal? You see that for this man to be in position he is today, sitting there, he has become a very dangerous criminal, breeded by Nigeria government, breeded by the people in government in Nigeria. Have you seen it? Have you seen how Nigeria have made him a criminal? Because he wants to continue to be in power. He wants to continue to maintain power and want to be relevant with whatever that is going on in NDDC. So he is going to be used, and Akpabio will continue to use him because he is ready to kill for Akpabio. And who knows if he has not killed before? Who knows? If the man must have killed somebody before. You don't know. You don't know how many people he must have killed. If he can say this to the woman, it means that he has been killing people. You don't know. You don't know how many people he has killed to gain the trust of Akpabio to become what he is today. And remember, as this interrogation was going on, he was even telling the man, this one that fainted, that he want to talk on his behalf. He want to talk on his behalf. And let me even shock you. It was this man, this Cairo, that told this Pandey, this doctor, to faint. He tell him it is time to faint. He tell the man, now faint, and the man, fainted. So, Let us continue, because what I'm doing here is to connect the things to tell you that this woman is not lying. The woman can, maybe she's corrupt too, but at least nobody have come to levy. Ekpa Biafra have not come to present allegation of corruption, other than there are discrepancies in her certificate and whatever, which is what Nigeria does. Each time you expose their corruption, they say you didn't go to NYC and whatever, and they know all that before they employed you. So now, let us go here. Let us continue.
To kill. He will kill before he asks, why did he kill? I said, for me, I will not do the letter. At that place, there was Mr. Etiebet, who was the only staff of the NDDC that was present at that meeting. When he finished, he now asked Dr. Cairo to go and send for the letter-headed paper from the office. They now sent for the letter-headed paper. Dr. Cairo now did the letter, which I've also submitted to the committee, alleging that Senator Wabushi had contracts. Then he said, I must sign the cover letter. I said, if I sign of it. So I will only write that the EDP, who should know about projects, has gone. The next thing that he told me, he said, I must make sure that all these people leave and that the procurement, because apparently, Ekpa Biafra, before I came, when himself and Festus Keyamo were ministers, their first meeting at the commission, he was awarded 30 contracts for distilling and water hyacinth. Mr. Linus, who was the director finance, refused to sign because it did not follow due process. He also said that I should implicate the chairman of the House Committee, because the chairman of the House Committee had gone to Ondo State for a meeting to plan against him.
You see? Now, this woman said that Ekpa Biafra told her to implicate the chairman of the committee. Now, Ekpa Biafra came here. Ekpa Biafra came here, and of course, who knows? After the implication, after the Ekpa Biafra asked this woman to implicate the chairman, and according to them, the chairman has already stepped down. I want you to now.
And that any other thing, even before the coming of the coup, 60% of the budget of the NDDC is medical. So who will best fit the position of executive director in NDDC than a medical doctor to go and implement the 60% of the budget? I'm not the one that does the budget. You do the budget. I'll go do your analysis and you find out that the most fitting person that is qualified to be there is a medical doctor because of your budget. And then lastly, sir, the last question he asked was about the expenditure during this period. We cannot close down Niger Delta because of the security situation of the region. Sorry, sir. We cannot close down Niger Delta Development Commission because of the fact that we are doing forensic audit. The NDDC plays a vital role in ensuring the peace and security of the region. And 90% or more of the resources of the country on a monthly basis comes from there. If you close it down in totality, all you have will be chaos. And you have a lot of, not just militancy, but you have a lot of insurrection. So it is important that people who have gone to court, people who genuinely did jobs, should be paid for their jobs. So for me, I'm not against it, because who are even the greatest beneficiaries? It's two people now. Okay. If you look at your chairman,
You see? So, finally, Ekpa Biafra succeeded in implicating the chairman. Who know how he does it? Nobody know. But for him to have approached the woman, to implicate the chairman ahead of time, And now he is bold enough to come there to tell the people that even the chairman, and of course, the chairman, who knows how he enticed the chairman with billions and get his name involved. Ekpa Biafra is a smooth criminal. He made sure he did everything to implicate. You see why you must be very, very careful when you are dealing with Nigeria, because Nigeria breed criminals. They will first of all put money into your account, and that is the end of you. Any day you do PIM, they say you are part of the looter. So now, Ekpa Biafra, having tried to lure this woman into implicating the chairman, probably he did not succeed using the woman. So only God and Ekpa Biafra and whoever that he used know how he ended up implicating the chairman, to the extent that the chairman actually consented to, because with the action of the chairman, and this one that is speaking now, it shows that the chairman has dipped his hand in a very big shit. In a very big shit. In a very, very big shit. So it means that he succeeded in implicating the chairman, and the chairman knows that he has done something, and maybe he did not know the intention of Ekpa Biafra when Ekpa Biafra sent somebody to approach him. They must have sent somebody to approach him and say, we are going to give you contract, and the man accept in good faith. So if it is you, are you not going to accept? If Ekpa Biafra come and say, give you contract, I will give you contract, and the man don't know what was going on. The man don't know that Ekpa Biafra was just setting him up, so that in case of this thing that is coming now, and the man will probably say, I didn't know you like me, you take the contract. And now Ekpa Biafra is coming boldly to tell him that even your chairman benefited. And of course, that is the end of the interrogation. They begin to tell him, it's okay, it's okay. Now, I want to also show you something. You remember from the beginning, this woman told you how Ekpa Biafra said he is going to do everything to remove her. Right? Now, listen to this audio. And Ekpa Biafra, you just listen to Ekpa Biafra tell that if they stop the NDDC program, they are going to have a lot of criminals everywhere. They are going to see insurgents. They are going to see attack, militancy everywhere in Niger Delta. Now, listen to who is going to be responsible for the resurgence of militancy in Niger Delta. It is the same Ekpa Biafra. Ekpa Biafra has paid 70 million for criminals to go and bomb pipeline. Now, tell me, you that is a copper, you that have graduated from Nigeria school, how many years are you going to work to save 70 million? I'm asking you. You that is working in bank, how many years will you work in Nigeria to make 70 million? But look at, in one night, Ekpa Biafra transfer 70 million to criminals. Is he not part of breeding criminals in Nigeria? So if somebody can collect 70 million to carry bomb to go and bomb pipeline, not killing human being, who will not go and get involved in such criminality? Who? Since it doesn't involve killing human being, just go and detonate bomb somewhere, and the bomb will blow pipeline, and you get 70 million. Is it not? Are you not encouraging criminality? Have you seen it now? Listen to this tape now.
My dear, we should make sure that we remove that useless woman.
Yes, Your Excellency.
You see, my dear, we should make sure that we remove that useless woman. Now, listen to it again. Listen to it again. He is talking with a criminal, I don't know, the person who is going to bomb the pipeline. This is Ekpa Biafra voice. Now, listen.
My dear, we should make sure that we remove that useless woman.
Yes, Your Excellency. That is why I brought these guys here to see you. They are going to help you with what you told me about. So, and I've already spoken to them as well. But I'm speaking your mind, I think, because you are the expert in this field. Now your job. So, anything you want to say now, if you tell His Excellency now. Bobby, nobody to blue pipeline again. Yes, that's what we are talking about. If you give us money for materials, if you send us money, we'll blow now. We'll get money across to you. Your Excellency, what are we going to offer them?
If you ask me, I'll answer you that we shouldn't even waste time. Today you will be paid 70 million to bomb the pipeline.
Did you hear that? Akpabio say, they ask Akpabio, how much are they going to pay them? Akpabio say, if you ask me, I will say, let us do it, let us bomb it immediately. In fact, I am going to give you 70 million today to bomb the pipeline. 70 million. Now tell me, how many of you shouted one Nigeria? How many of you who want to die under this Akpabio in Niger Delta? How many of you, the riverine area, that when we talk about Biafra, they tell you, they brainwash you, tell you to run for Igbo, that Igbos want to dominate you. How many of you will ever make 70 million? How many? How many of you? I don't think, most of you cannot even see 70 million until you die. That is a very, very sorry truth that I have to tell you. Most of you cannot see 70 million. Even no matter how educated, no matter the level of your education in Nigeria, you can't see 70 million until you die. But look at a criminal. Look at people who did not go to secondary school, people who have carried arms, people who have bombs. Because of they have opportunity to go and bomb pipeline, they are paying them in one day 70 million. The money that should be used to build hospital in your community, the money that should be used to build road in your community, the money that should be used to send your children, your brothers to school in abroad or in anywhere, any part of the world, they are using it to encourage and breed criminals in Nigeria. Do you see that? Now listen to the voice to the end.
Your Excellency, you have spoken well. Your Excellency, you can send that book to us. It's better, send that book to us.
Of course. And so now you see why Akpabio opened his mouth to tell the panel that if they stop the NDDC, the militant, they are going to bomb everywhere. And you think who is responsible for the bombing? Him is the one paying them to go and bomb it. You see? I have made the calculation before. When they bomb the pipeline, they pay their 70 million. They use 100 million or 200 million to repair the pipeline. They pocket the other one. And the people who are bombing the pipeline are making money. Meanwhile, you who are doing legitimate work in Nigeria, you can't even make 70 million before you die. You can't have 70 million in your account before you die. But when you become a criminal, when you become a pipeline vandalizer, when you become a pipeline bomber, you make 70 million. Do you see why I say Nigeria breed criminals? So if you have the opportunity to go and bomb pipeline, are you not going to bomb it to make 70 million? Nobody is going to arrest you. Because even if they arrest you, him will give order to release you. Do you see why Nigeria encourages crime? Do you see why Nigeria breeds criminal? Because as a criminal, as a person who is going to bomb pipeline, you are protected, you have immunity. The police who are going to arrest you, they will just place a call to the police. That is the end. They will release you. You see? Because you are a criminal. So you can, if you want to succeed in Nigeria, you must be a criminal to succeed. You must have a criminal, you must be a criminal-minded person for you to succeed in Nigeria. And that is why we are telling you that Nigeria breed criminals. Nigeria breed criminals. Now let us also listen to this till the end.
Water hyacinth and distilling. They said that the budget for water hyacinth and distilling was, I think, for about 3 to 5 billion. I'm not sure exactly how much. But that the NDDC before I came had overstretched itself to about 50 billion for water hyacinth and distilling. And so the National Assembly had written us, they had it also, they had written us that we should not pay for anything like that. He said, and guess what? Akpabio never signs any documents. He will always refuse to sign, but he will tell you to go and commit the fraud. For instance, he told me to go and raise a memo and give an emergency contract for flood victims. He wanted me to take an oath.
Yes, this is a very good question. Somebody asks, how are we going to ensure, how do we ensure that in Biafra, none of criminals will get into office. Somebody asked this question. How do we ensure that in Biafra, none of these criminals get into office? This is the kind of question I like people to ask me. You see, I will say this. Biafra have people scattered all over the world. Professionals, scattered all over the world, doing fantastically well, doing things, moving, doing wonders, moving mountains all over the world in their different endeavors. You see, Biafra nation is going to be a nation with the best brain on this planet. So, what we are going to do in Biafra is this. I'm just going to give you a preamble. It might not be the exact, but this is the picture of what we're going to do, or what Biafra would do. Biafra will have a credit system. It will be a credit system. A credit data system. When you have a credit data system, first of all, I have said this before. First, you have caught 50% of the fraud and the crime that may take, financial crime or financial fraud that may take place. You have caught everything. 50%. So, for you, when you have a database, a credit system, a credit economy system, if Biafra adopts a credit economy or whatever it is called, data system, believe me, Nigeria don't have it. It will solve 50% of this fraud that is going on here. Because everything will be digital. Everything will be documented. Everything will be in data. You cannot see somebody moving trillion and up and down. That will not be possible. So everything will be very transparent in Biafra because of the data system. And let me tell you one thing. In Nigeria today, I was watching a video where somebody was narrating how the scammers are scamming people's money. And honestly, I was so, amazed. Like I was laughing when the person was narrating that, I think it is this comedian Clint. Comedian Clint I saw him in a video narrating how the people, the new way people are scamming people's money, that they will tell you that you have won. They tell you that to invest 100,000 or, that you are going to make a profit and all that. And then they will send you a link. And in that link, you have the HLL something or HTT, and you don't have S. So when you don't have that S, this HTT without S, it means that the S, the S mixing there means that it is not secured. So when you are downloading the link they sent to you, it means you are giving their information. You are giving your own information to them, and they start to monitor you. So he was explaining this. I was like, I was so angry that, so this is Nigeria. You mean that, so when people are committing this kind of fraud, scam, and they cannot be apprehended. You see, somebody will collect money from your account, transfer to his own account in Nigeria, and they are not being arrested. That is really unbelievable. Somebody will transfer money from your own account, without you knowing it, because he has access to your account. He transfer money to his own account, and nobody is arresting him. Nobody will come to arrest him. And you tell me he's a country? It is because there is no database system. That is why that crime is happening in Nigeria. When you have database system, somebody transfer money from your own card, from your own account to his own account. Automatically, where the money go, it is the job of the police. In fact, you don't even need to do anything. The only thing you need to do is to call to the bank that your money was removed. The bank will swing into action. Whose account the money was transferred to, that is the police will invite the person. In fact, you don't even need to. The police will send letter directly to the person, to his home, and invite him. And the bank will now withhold and freeze the account of that person. So the person will not have access to the money. The money will be there in his account, but he can't move it. The money will be there in his account, he can't use it. That is how a developed nation do. That is what we are bringing to Biafra. So when I said, this is just example. So when I said a credit system, when I say a data system will solve 50% of the crime, I am not just joking. It is what I am very conversant about. It is what I know. It is not, I'm not just saying it because I'm saying it. It is what we have learned where we are living. We have learned a lot that we want to bring to develop Biafra. So it is not that we are not just saying. So when I say the data system will solve 50% of the crime, it is if it is not even up to 70%. 70% of the crime. So the responsibility, the banks are there, the standard must be set, the constitution of Biafra must be respected, the police are there, the standard must be set, they must enforce the law, the other security intelligence agencies are there, the standard must be set, they must enforce the law. So once you have all this in place, the system is secured, and these criminals, even if you employ them, they cannot function. Even if you employ them, even if they take any office in Biafra land, they cannot function. So these are the things that people need to know. Biafra cannot be like Nigeria. We are too refined to be like Nigeria for crying out loud. Now let us continue.
Has denied that, but I want to say today, he told me up to 3 times until we had a reconciliation meeting at the villa in the house of Mr. Sadiki Abba, who is the SA to the president on domestics. In that meeting was Alaji Mekano. He said the only condition was if I take the oath. I refused to take the oath, and I did not take that oath. And I will never take the oath from him. So he said he was going to remove me. He started a campaign of calumny against me. He said I did not answer him because the facts will speak for itself. Now, to end this matter about the procurement process, I refuse to go with him to deceive Mr. President at the FEC meeting because the Procurement Act says if I contravene any section of the Procurement Act, it's 5 years imprisonment without an option of fine.
Now, the question now is, did Akpabio contravene this section? The answer is yes. Akpabio contravened this section. Akpabio breached and infringed this section by forging and deceiving FEC to approve, and they begin to spend a budget that has not been passed and approved by National Assembly. That is the contravention there. So ordinarily, Akpabio is not supposed to be appearing there as a minister, rather as an ex-minister, because he should be compelled to step down for having deceived the FEC and collected approval from them. That is a that particular offense alone is punishable from 5 years imprisonment upward. Now listen to it again.
He started a campaign of calumny against me. He said I did not answer him because the facts will speak for itself. Now, to end this matter about the procurement process, I refuse to go with him to deceive Mr. President at the FEC meeting because the Procurement Act says if I contravene any section of the Procurement Act, it's 5 years imprisonment without an option of fine. So if I go and say they should pay for the process, if you see, they say it's for 2020 budget. Akpabio went to get the approval from FEC. The 2020 budget has not even been discussed by the National Assembly till today. The 2020 budget has not been passed. However, he lied to FEC, which is the greatest embarrassment in this country, for a budget that has not been passed, for an approval to be given for that procurement. I refused to go because he wanted me to send the money for the procurement to the ministry to implement the forensic audit. I refused. I am challenging him to deny any of these allegations because I have to round up for you people. But all the facts and all that I've said are all written,
So you see, when the woman was talking, I told you all that she is speaking the truth. Because we have the instinct to know when somebody is talking and telling you the truth. That is one of the gift that God gave us. So when this woman, from the first time, when Akpabio did not even, I played this video before, if you remember. when Ekpa Biafra did not even speak. I played this video. I played Ekpa Biafra when Ekpa Biafra went and started presenting documents and certificate and all that. I told you, Ekpa Biafra did not debunk the claim of this woman. This woman was talking with fact. And I ask again, did Ekpa Biafra collect approval from the FEC or not? The answer is yes. He collected approval. That is a punishable offense. That is a imprisonment offense. Now, so as I'm talking this, those of you who are close to the people making this probe should know that they should compel him to step down first. He cannot be parading himself as a minister. Now, I want you to listen to this.
Has just woken up the two committees. The National Assembly, let me say this, the Speaker and the President are not aware of what the chairman of the committees are doing in the National Assemblies. And members of the committee are not also aware. It is just a one-man squad only. And I say this, between 2016 and 2019, emergency contracts of over 2 trillion were awarded under the supervision of the chairman of both committees. And this is the list of the awardees, and this is how they were all distributed. In this list, the chairman Senate committee, on behalf of the Senate, and when we asked the Senate members, they didn't know. They said they don't know. He collected 1,000 of those jobs and said he was going to give it to the Senate. The records are there. These 1,000 contracts were collected by a man called Nelson Abamuche on behalf of the Senate. And we don't.
Now you see how they are. You see how, I don't know, is this man is this man the Cairo? Can somebody check who is this man talking? Is he the Cairo? Is he the Cairo? Can somebody confirm who is this man? Before I say what I want to say, can somebody confirm who is this man? Who is this man? Is this man the Cairo? People are saying yes. Dr. Cairo, yes. People are saying yes. Now let us. Somebody, okay, I just want to confirm before I go further. I just want to confirm that he is the Cairo before I go further. You know, if he is the Cairo, if he is the Dr. Cairo that is going to kill somebody before Ekpa Biafra asks him to kill, now let us analyze him. I want to start the video from the beginning.
He has just woken up the two committees. The National Assembly, let me say this, the Speaker and the President are not aware of what the chairman of the committees are doing in the National Assembly. And members of the committee are not also aware. It is just a one-man squad only.
Now you see, please, with all due respect to everybody that is watching me today, listen, let me say this. Let me say this. The chairman of this committee is innocent. The chairman of the committee is innocent. He may be a corrupt man. He may be corrupt, but in this one, he is innocent. What has happened now is that the Ekpa Biafra have succeeded. Ekpa Biafra have succeeded in implicating him. Ekpa Biafra have succeeded in implicating the chairman of this committee. Now, this is the Dr. Cairo who is going to kill for Ekpa Biafra before even Ekpa Biafra asks him to kill. So what he is doing now is to do what we call damage control. He wants to be ahead of the National Assembly. Now, you see how they are cornering it. Ekpa Biafra has come publicly to say the members of the National Assembly are benefiting from benefited from the contract. And now, he is here doing damage control, trying to tell you that yes, it is on behalf of the National Assembly and that the National Assembly members are not aware. that now it is only this chairman that is aware of it. You see it? Have you people seen it? So, ordinarily, the members of the National Assembly may not be aware, and they have succeeded in implicating the chairman of this committee. And according to them, they have now a paper showing that the member of this committee, the chairman of this committee, have signed the contract or collected the contract on behalf of the National Assembly. And the National Assembly do not know about it. This man is here telling you the Senate president is not aware, and all of them are not aware that it is a one-man squad. So automatically, the chairman is innocent. He is just, out of ignorance of what they were planning against him. He become a scapegoat, and they succeeded in implicating him into this. So now, let us play this video to the end.
I say this. Between 2016 and 2019.
Honestly, somebody say, why are you defending the chairman? I am not defending the chairman. I am not defending the chairman. I am just saying the truth. I am saying the truth from the confession of this woman. I'm not saying that the chairman is not corrupt. Get me very clear. The chairman may be corrupt, but on this particular scandal, he was implicated. First of all, I have played a video. Follow what I'm doing. Follow what I am doing. And for you to know that the chairman is a man, I don't know him. I don't even know who he is. I don't know his name. As I'm talking to you now, I don't know the name of the chairman. But according to the news, the chairman has stepped down. That is what honorable person should do. The chairman stepped down, and he said he is ready for probe. According to what I read in the news, why Ekpa Biafra not stepping down? Why is Ekpa Biafra not stepping down from being a minister? That is the point here. That is how you know somebody who is honorable. So if there is an allegation against you, you step down. You step down from your position and face the allegation. So Ekpa Biafra should step down from the minister and face the allegation. That is what honorable people does. So the man, the chairman, stepped down because he knows he has done a mistake. He knows he has done something and he has been implicated. We don't know the level of the implication. He will go and defend himself. But I'm just telling you that for the fact that the woman, that woman said it before, that Ekpa Biafra asked her to implicate the chairman, and she refused. She refused to implicate the chairman. And for Ekpa Biafra to now come and give a contract to the chairman means that he has succeeded from a different avenue to implicate the man. And that the man don't even know why Ekpa Biafra was after him. Do you see what I'm saying? So it is not like the man, got involved in the scandal or anything. But he was implicated by Ekpa Biafra, and now they have come again to tell you no other House of Assembly member, no other National Assembly member knows about the contract except the chairman, who collected it on behalf of the National Assembly. You see, but Ekpa Biafra was telling you that the members of the National Assembly also are beneficial of the contract. But then, Ekpa Biafra also, in presence of everybody, told the woman that she is not aware. Do you understand? That she is not aware that you should ask your two chairmen. I want to play the video after this one.
Emergency contracts of over 2 trillion were awarded under the supervision of the chairman of both committees. And this is the list of the awardees, and this is how they were all distributed. In this list, the chairman Senate committee, on behalf of the Senate, and when we asked the Senate members, they didn't know. They said they don't know. He collected 1,000 of those jobs and said he was going to give it to the Senate. The records are there. These 1,000 contracts were collected by a man called Nelson Abamuche on behalf of the Senate. And furthermore, they came, the immediate crisis now that came was as a result of the budget. How did the budget run into problem? It was in 2016. The bureaucracy told us when we came in that in 2016 there was no budget. 2017 there was no budget. 2018 there was no budget. The budget for 2019 was just passed a few days ago. What led to it? When a chairman of Senate became chairman in 2015, he called the bureaucracy and said, "Look, you need to include for me 15 million naira projects in this budget." The bureaucracy said, "Okay, that's fair enough." They went behind and worked it out. When they came back, the chairman said, "Look, I didn't say 15 billion. I said 150 billion. So the bureaucracy went back and they couldn't comply because there was no way they could do that. So the chairman now went back to the bureaucracy. Why don't you award this in emergency? Why are we going to go through due process? Now has a committee. How can this continue? And that is what the IMC and the Honorable Minister said, "Look, we have to write things." And it went further. They didn't just stop there. The chairman House Committee on the NDDC came up to us. And I give you an example. This is proof. He brought out a training program, emergency training program for 6.4 billion, and said that he has met the first milestone, that he needs us to pay him 3.7 billion. We said, "Look, this milestone you are talking about, the file is here." We said, "Look, this milestone you are talking about cannot be paid because you have not done it." He said the job belongs to the speaker. We said we're not paying. So we went to meet the speaker. The speaker said he is not aware of such a thing. Then it was not in the budget at all. When they nabbed the 2019 budget, the chairman House Committee now included it, an emergency project and line by line items that we must pay the money. We said we are not paying. Now they are talking about 40 billion, that we have expended 40 billion or we have stolen 40 billion. How can that be possible? All the payments we have made on projects, I'm the executive director of projects. I took my time. We have to verify. We have to inspect them. I took my time. I went from state to state. Everything, I recorded it. And whenever it is satisfied that you have done work that merits payment, we will pay you. And we were not paying as they used to pay. So the contractors are very angry. Normally, once you have a contract in NDDC, it is like you have won a lottery. A contract that they will award to you in NDDC for 700 million, you can use 10 or 20 million to do it. So when we inspect the project, we now look at your payment, your bill of engineering quantity. We now rate it, the job you have done, and we issue your IPC for that job.
Are you hearing it? A job you will use 20 million to do will be awarded at 700 million. He's saying it too. I didn't say it.
And in that process, we have saved the commission over 50 billion naira already.
Now, you have heard the Cairo. You have all heard the Cairo. Okay. You see, what he has come to do is what we call damage control. Remember that the time of the fentanyl, the time of the interrogation of the other doctor, the doctor said, let me play the video. The doctor said they should allow the Cairo to come and speak. And they said, no, he is not under oath. I want to play it because you people should understand where this whole thing is coming from. So they asked him to come. He said that the man can speak because he have more knowledge about what has transpired more than him. And that knowledge is what he have just spewed here. Now, listen to him.
In the budget line in 2019 where you derive that power to spend that money? That's the question. I will provide that answer for you. I will check. I don't want to lie on that oath. I will provide the answer for you. MD. Yes, sir. I know you are a very learned person. You are one of the most learned person in this room.
You don't have answer for it now. Okay. It means you spent money. Can you agree with us? Will it be right for us to say that you did extra budgeting expenses, which was not budgeted for?
I will not say so. Let me ask my EDP to explain. Because I don't want to. I think he has more facts concerning that.
You see? That EDP now, or whatever he call it, that EDP that he want him to explain is this man called Cairo. So he brought Cairo, or whatever he's called, into that hall, and he want him to speak on his behalf. And what is this Cairo, or what was this Cairo going to say? This station, he want to do the TV station I just played now to tell this is killing for Akpabio. He can do every now is that one's benefiting from the contract, knowing fully well they don't have knowledge of what he did. Knowing fully well he only implicated the chairman of the committee to collect contract on behalf of the National Assembly without their consent. That is what Akpabio did. And this is what I'm trying to let you people know. So Akpabio know very well that this will go to this extent. So what they do now is to go and to start explain how the National Assembly are not aware. Now tell me, how did this Cairo know that the Senate President is not aware? How? Did the chairman, or how did he know that none of the National Assembly members knew about the contract? It is what they did. So is he the one to speak on behalf of the National Assembly? Is he the one? Is he in the mind of all the National Assembly members to know that they did not know about the contract? This is the thing, because they are the janitor of this whole scam. Now I want to play the video again so that you understand what I'm saying. You need to understand what I am saying. You need to understand what I'm saying. Now listen to this. One moment.
The National Assembly, let me say this, the Speaker and the President are not Assembly has just woken up the two committees. Has just woken up the two committees. The National Assembly, let me say this, the Speaker and the President are not aware of what the chairman of the committees are doing in the National Assembly.
Now, how did you know? How did you know that they are not aware? How did you know that they are not aware? How? It is because you are the janitor of the crime. You concocted the crime. You are implicating the chairman. You are the executioner. You play everything. You executed it. That is the reason why you were able to come to say boldly that the National Assembly, nobody know about it except the chairman. How do you know that? How do you know that? If it is not you that implicating the chairman, like the Akpabio have approached the woman to implicate the chairman and she refused, and you people have succeeded in implicating the chairman, if it is not you that have done all these things, how then did you know that the people of the National Assembly are not aware that the chairman is acting on one-man squad? Why? How did you know? It is because you know, it is because it is you that have done all the crime. It is you that has implicated the chairman. So you know very well that nobody else at the National Assembly know of what was going on except you and Akpabio and whoever that is involved. That is the reason why you can come publicly to say, or to talk on behalf of the National Assembly that nobody knows. Now listen to him again.
It's all woken up. The two committees, the National Assembly, let me say this, the Speaker and the President are not aware of what the chairman of the committees are doing in the National Assembly. And members of the committee are not also aware.
You see?
It is just a one-man squad.
Members of the committee are not so aware. How do you know that the members of the committee are not also aware? Are you part of them? Are you part of them? Do you follow the chairman of the committee everywhere he goes for you to make sure that he did not discuss it with anybody? You see, this is exactly what we are saying. If you know that they are not aware, how did you know that? How did you know they are not aware? Even if the man assure you that he's not going to tell anybody or anything like that, how are you so sure to come out to say that they are not aware? Because it is what you did, because you are implicating the man, because the chairman may be acting or ignorantly, what you people, how you people approached him, and he did not know what your plans are. So he ignorantly, fall into the scam, the scam of you and Akpabio. Now, and I want you to listen to this.
For me, I believe, and I still maintain that belief, that it was the responsible thing to do. In the history of the National Assembly, we've never had anybody collapse in the middle of a hearing. Now, there have been many stories as to whether it was fake or whether it wasn't fake. That wouldn't and shouldn't have been my concern at that point in time. It was better, in the abundance of caution, to err.
One moment.
For me, I believe, and I still maintain that belief, that it was the responsible thing to do. In the history of the National Assembly, we've never had anybody collapse in the middle of a hearing. Now, there have been many stories as to whether it was fake or whether it wasn't fake. That wouldn't and shouldn't have been my concern at that point in time. It was better, in the abundance of caution, to err and address the situation of the gentleman's health. I believe the committee had adjourned for 30 minutes to reconvene, and possibly with the acting MD. And I thought, because a life was an issue, if that had happened, and the unexpected, God forbid, happened, the blame would be on this National Assembly for recalling a man at that point in time who was apparently not in good health. Whether he was feigning it, and there was a lot of story as to whether it was a delay tactic or it was dilatory, that wasn't our concern at that point in time. So what I said was that he had submitted his written reports, he was speaking to the written reports, and for that day, he didn't have to come back. We already had his written reports. However, the committee reserves the right, completely, absolutely, now that we know that he's out of hospital, from all reports, and we thank God for his life, we thank God that he's okay. And now we know that he's up and about. The committee has the absolute right to re-invite him for further questioning if the committee so chooses that they need him. And that is my ruling on that. On the second issue raised by the Minister of Niger Delta, it is indeed disturbing. I had a good laugh, almost tickled, but I realized that it wasn't even funny. It is the oldest trick in the book. For those who do not know, that is the oldest trick in the book. Just throw something out there, a wild allegation, without any basis, foundation, without any shred or iota of evidence, and distract from the main issue. It's the oldest book. And I must say at this point in time that unfortunately the media and the journalists helped him in amplifying what we all know is untrue. That 60% of contracts of the NDDC is awarded to National Assembly. That became the news, distracting from the main issue. On that note, I've been in this house this is my 5th term here. I've never once collected anything from the National Assembly. And I know I speak for a great majority of members of this house. Great majority. And because of that, I will take this matter and this allegation and accusation very serious. And I will give the minister 24 to 48 hours. And Clark, I want you to back this up with a letter from this house. To give the minister 24 to 48 hours to publish the names, the contracts so given, the dates, because obviously these things will be documented. Unveil the companies of the 60% projects that were given to members of the National Assembly, failing which
So you hear it. Ekpa Biafra was given 48 hours to list the people in the national damage control. Now the chairman, can you imagine that? The allegation of to spread the news that it was collected on behalf of the National Assembly. And then of course they list the people. So it is in their absentee. The contract was given in their absentee. And the chairman is now spearheading the collection of the contract. That is what Ekpa Biafra has done, implicating the chairman, meaning that the chairman has collected the contract on behalf of the National Assembly members. So, none of the people that, according to them, collected the contract or their name were in the contract have knowledge about it in Nigeria. It is impossible that Ekpa Biafra will award a contract to somebody in National Assembly without contacting the person, without calling the senator that, your name is in the contract too. And they say that when they give 48 hours. Now listen.
Failing which, yes, of members of this 9th Assembly, names, contracts, companies, dates of the amounts, every single particular and detail of those members of this 9th Assembly that it gave contracts to. Failing which, this House will bring the full wrath of the law. There are laws in our books for defamation.
You see, he is worried about defamation of character. He is worried. Femi Gbajabiamila is only interested in defamation of character, of his character, or the character of National Assembly. Can you imagine that? Instead of this man who is learned, who is very educated, this Femi Gbajabiamila, instead of him to even stand here as he is giving this statement and ask Ekpa Biafra to resign. At least temporarily, for the time being, because of what he has displayed. He said it is the oldest trick in the book. He recognized the fact that Ekpa Biafra has done or committed the oldest trick in the book. And for that reason, he cannot even ask Ekpa Biafra to step down for the meantime. That is enough for him acknowledging the fact that Ekpa Biafra has played the oldest trick in the book. That was enough reason to ask Ekpa Biafra to step down for the time being. He didn't do that, and he failed. He has failed Nigeria. This man, Febaja Biamela, has failed Nigeria for this single act. For this single thing he did here, he has failed Nigeria. If you know him, tell him that he has failed Nigeria. He has failed those who are clapping and clamoring for one Nigeria. He has failed them because this is an opportunity to tell Ekpa Biafra that for the fact that you have pulled the oldest trick in the book, you have to step down for the time being. He didn't do that. He failed. He was only interested in clearing his name. He was only interested in clearing his name. He's only interested in clearing his name as a member of the National Assembly that they have alleged to have collected contract or benefited. He's not interested in protecting the constitution under which he is now sitting on, and a constitution that he has sworn an oath of, to protect. He said Ekpa Biafra have in the oldest book or oldest trick in the book, and he did not call Ekpa Biafra to resign. Now he give Ekpa Biafra 48 hours. Let us see what Ekpa Biafra is going to present after 48 hours. But let me tell you what he's going to present. What he's going to present is a signature of the man. This Cairo Mason collected the contract on behalf of the National Assembly and without their consent. That is the thing. Nothing else. Nothing else is going to come. Now, the last video I'm about to play is this, so that you will understand.
When you stand under oath,
so that you will understand what is going on. I want to play this video now. Now, I want you to pay attention from the beginning. I want you to pay attention from the beginning.
Kolade Akinjo is my name. Constituency. My question is this, Mr. Minister. From your submission, you are...
Somebody say he don't have the power. Somebody say he don't have the power to do that. Who tell you he don't have the power to do that? I'm not saying he should say. He have the power to say anything. He have the power to say anything. He have the power to say, Ekpa Biafra, for the impunity and what you have displayed during the session, I am advising that you should resign honorably for the time being. Femi Gbajabiamila have the power to do that. And when you hear him say that he is going to invoke the wrath of the law against Ekpa Biafra if he did not provide the list of the people that benefited from the contract, where is the power coming from? Why is he saying that? He has the power. He has the power to tell Ekpa Biafra to resign. And when he tell Ekpa Biafra, because of what he has done, that he should resign and then face the panel, that is what he should do. And that is the right thing to have come from him. Not all this, you are blackmailing me or blackmailing the National Assembly. He's just protecting himself. He should tell Ekpa Biafra to resign. In fact, Ekpa Biafra ordinarily, because he's a criminal, he shouldn't be told to resign, but he should, because we know he's not going to resign without somebody telling him. But that was the right thing. That is the right thing this Femi Gbajabiamila should have done, reminding him of the gravity of what he has done. And the only remedy now is that he should resign, step down, at least for the time being. I'm not saying, I said for the time being, should step down and then face the panel, so that he will not be having this immunity of enjoying the immunity of being a minister, or the opportunity of being a minister, and use it against the proceeding and what is going on.
You had indicated that you are vested with the powers of Mr. President to supervise NDDC, Section 7.3. You alluded to that in your paper. And from what you also said, that it appears to me that you were the one who recommended IMC, the first IMC, and you were also the one who recommended the second IMC. And I'm sure you did that in pursuant to the laws establishing NDDC. How do you reconcile someone who is a medical doctor to become an executive director of project in line with Section 12 sub 1A that says that the director shall have such qualification and experience as appropriate for a person required to perform the function of those offices under this act. It appears to me, Mr. Minister, that an executive director of finance and administration will be an accountant. And it also appeared to me, based on precedent, that someone that's supposed to be an executive director of project, considering the terrain, the geography, and the exigency of what you refer to as forensic auditor, how do you now to become an executive director of project? That's number one question.
Now, I like this question. Now, can you imagine the question they are asking Akpabio, that he placed a medical doctor to head an office that ordinarily should be held by an accountant? Do you understand? A medical doctor. Now, I am asking, and this same person that is asking the question to Akpabio did not also ask Akpabio under what qualification, how did he manage to be the minister of Niger Delta? What is the criteria for becoming a minister of Niger Delta, or whatever it's called? Now, this same man who is asking Akpabio this question did not ask Fashola, are you an electrician? Are you an engineer? Are you mechanical engineer? Are you electrical engineer to have become minister of power? You see, this is how to know what is going on in Nigeria. Nigeria is confused. The person that is asking the question have a minister who have served, who has nothing to do with electric or electrical engineer or whatever. This man have Amechi, who is a minister of works. What was Amechi's profession? That Amechi is a minister of works or whatever. He started building railway and all that. Is Amechi an engineer? But Amechi is a minister of works, or was a minister. I don't know the minister of what he is today, but he was a minister of works. And he is here asking why is a medical doctor is heading the accounting department, as if it is a new thing in Nigeria. That is the situation of Nigeria today. That is the situation of Nigeria. Now he is asking the minister, who is Akpabio, why did he employ or why did he appoint somebody who is a medical doctor? And he don't even know that the position of Akpabio as a minister of Niger Delta is even questionable. Is questionable. What criteria was he appointed? Under which criteria? What was the criteria of the president appointing Akpabio to be minister of Niger Delta? What is the criteria used? You see, this is the impunity going on. He leave the biggest thing he should be fighting and asking questions as if it is a new thing in Nigeria. As if it is the new thing in Nigeria. Now listen to him.
The second question. Yeah, I mentioned this because I think it's important for us to ask this kind of question. The other one, sir, Mr. Minister, is that the first IMC claimed that they spent 8 billion. The current IMC, within the same space of time, is accredited to have spent about 81 billion. under a forensic dispensation, is it wise to continually spend such humongous money under a forensic dispensation? My thinking will always be that you reduce spending and then you... Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Honourable Member. Your question is very germane. First, you are asking the qualification for the office of the Executive Director. I agree with you. But that person should be somebody who is versed in project execution. The greatest project today in the world is medical, and that is COVID-19. Even I'm coming now, and the budget of the NDDC, the budget. My sister, please don't be angry.
Honorable Minister, was there COVID when you are protected?
Chairman, I want to be protected.
No, you are protected.
I want to be protected.
Was there COVID when he was protected in the secretary?
Chairman, I want to be protected. Chairman, am I protected? Am I protected? Honorable Mr. Go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for protecting me because my sister wants to eat me raw. Let me say that if you look at the year in, year out of budget of the NDDC, 60% of the budget of NDDC every year is medical. And you also have to know that malaria has still more children in Nigeria than even accidents and than any other thing. Even before the coming of the COVID, 60% of the budget of the NDDC is medical. So who will best fit the position of Executive Director in NDDC than a medical doctor to go and implement the 60% of the budget? I'm not the one that does the budget, you do the budget. You do your analysis and you find out that the most fitting person that is qualified to be there is a medical doctor because of your budget. And then lastly, sir, the last question he asked was about expenditure during this period. We cannot close down Niger Delta because of the security situation of the region. Sorry, sir. We cannot close down Niger Delta Development Commission because of the fact that we are doing forensic audit. The NDDC plays a vital role in ensuring the peace and security of the region. And 90% or more of the resources of the country on a monthly basis comes from there. If you close it down in totality, all you have will be chaos. And you have a lot of, not just militancy, but you have a lot of insurrection. So it is important that people who have gone to court, people who genuinely did jobs, should be paid for their jobs. So for me, I'm not against it because who are even the greatest beneficiaries? It's two people now. Okay. If you look at your chairman,
Can I ask you that question? What is the benefit that the National Assembly is benefiting from?
Are you asking me the benefit of the Assembly?
Yes, you just said.
I just told you that we have record to show that most of the contracts in NDDC are given out to members of National Assembly, but you don't know about it.
You see, Akpabio is telling the woman now that she don't know about it. She don't know about it. It is only between Akpabio, and when Akpabio have succeeded in implicating the chairman know that he is now in deep shit. That is why the chairman is saying it's okay, because at this point he knows he has messed up. At this point, this man knows he has messed up. At this point, he knows he has messed up.
The two chairmen can explain to you. That is why I was a member of the NDDC committee.
Wait, you were a member of the NDDC and none of you were a member of the NDDC in the 8th Assembly, and are you telling me that lots of jobs were awarded to you as a member?
No, this is the problem. That's why I said
you have the right to accuse people. They have to bring up the people that
to me. One of the chairmen
if you were not awarded a contract, then why are you coming here that you are aware that you were a member of the NDDC and lots of contracts were awarded to you? You said I'm not aware. I'm telling you that bring up those names.
May I inform my honorable sister that is why we have to change.
Honorable Mr. Please, it's okay. That is okay. That is okay.
Let me explain.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me explain that.
It's okay.
You must not allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Up your mic. It's okay.
She
up your mic.
Like me, I was a member like you.
Sit down.
Okay.
this one. Thank you, Chairman. All colleagues. Yes, now just when we answer the question, go to the
He said he want to explain. They say no. In fact, you should off your mic. Off your mic before you see. You should off your mic. In fact, today I want to stop here. I want to stop here. You see, the idea of this whole thing is that Nigeria breeds criminals. Nigeria breeds criminals. Nigeria encourage crime, and we can no longer be part of a country that breeds criminals and encourages crime. We can no longer be part of it. Because as we are part of Nigeria, we are paying the price of crimes we did not commit. We are paying the price of the crime. Nigeria is irredeemable. Nigeria has gone to the to the point that nothing can work in Nigeria. In Biafra, we are going to start from scratch. We are going to start building Biafra from scratch. We are going to implement the data system in Biafra. That is the number one thing that will end corruption and end a lot of crime in Biafra land. So for today, people who don't understand what is going on, like I said in the afternoon, the crime in Biafra land today have reduced. The crime have reduced. You don't see people going into crime. You don't see armed robbers. You don't see all these things that normally happen before in Biafra. That is a sign that Nigeria, when you are possessed with the spirit of Nigeria, Nigeria encourages you to go into crimes and all that. But in Biafra, crime has reduced. You don't see people carrying gun and going to shoot and they are robbing people and all that. You don't see it like that before. Those things have reduced drastically, and the IPOB must be given that kudos, because the accolade must go to IPOB, because the IPOB have taken almost every youth out of the street. People can now understand that they have future. People can now believe that there is future, that their life, that they have future, and their future is in Biafra. So they are doing everything to stay out of crime. They are doing everything to make sure they participate in getting their freedom, and they are very active and waiting and hopeful for Biafra Republic. So all these things have taken them away from crime. People don't go into crime anymore. And if you are a member of IPOB, committing crime will be the last thing you can do, and you'll be kicked out. So a lot of people, IPOB has helped in sanitizing people, and crime has reduced drastically in Biafra land. It is not because of police. It is not because of security. You all know that. It is because of the work that the IPOB has done, and a lot of people don't understand this. I want you to start thinking about this. I want you to start thinking about the reason why you don't have crime anymore in Biafra land. In case you don't think, because you know Nigeria, people forget a lot, very easily. So I want you to pay attention to the fact that there is a drastic reduction in crimes in Biafra land today compared to other regions. So when you think about this, think, why did the crime reduce in Biafra? Why is there no armed robbery like before in Biafra land? It's because people are hopeful. It's because IPOB has done a lot of liberation work on the youth in Biafra land. Everybody is engaged. Everybody can now see the reason why to live. Everybody can now have hope that there is a nation coming. So a lot of guys are busy. Nobody want to go into crime anymore. Nobody want to go into criminal activity anymore. You see? So that is one thing. So when you say, yeah, Biafra people are criminals, or Igbos don't like even those who are campaigning that Igbo don't love themselves, there are one Nigerian people. Igbos love themselves. Igbo love themselves, and it is those people who are saying Igbo don't love themselves. I don't know where they are getting that kind of narrative from. Who tell you Igbo don't love themselves? Is there any tribe that love themselves more than the Igbos? It is a lie. Igbo love themselves. That is why you see what we call the extended family system is working. It is only Igbo that is doing and practicing the extended family system. It is only Igbos. And that was what helped Igbos during the war. extended family system. It helped the Igbos. Today, a man can go to any village and take somebody to go and serve him. A man from Ebonyi State can take a man from Nsukka to become a servant and serve the person for 2 years or for 5 years, and whatever, however it is, the person will settle the person and start his own business. So which tribe does that? Somebody from Anambra can take somebody from Enugu State. Somebody from Enugu State can take somebody from Imo State to serve, and then after that, the person will settle him and they start his business. Which tribe, which other tribe does that? And you come to tell me Igbo don't love themselves, Igbo don't love themselves. It is you who is dwelling in the spirit of Nigeria that have that kind of mentality. It is not true, and that lie must stop. So I will be able to today. I may be able to receive maybe like 2 or 3 calls, because I don't want to be receiving call all the time these days because of my time. I'm working very long and then coming online and all that. So the telephone calls take a lot of time from me. But of course, every now and then we can open the telephone line for calls. So the telephone line is open now for your calls. I'm going to receive like 2 to 3 calls and we call it a day. So those who have the number, it is time for you to call, and we continue tomorrow. The line is open for your calls. I'm going to receive 2 or 3 calls on the issue that we discussed today. And believe me, when we say, remember, the message is that Nigeria breeds criminals. Nigeria breeds criminals. Nigeria supports crime. Nigeria aids terrorism. Nigeria supports terrorism. They fund them. They encourage them. They abet them. They support them. So we cannot be part of the country that does this. And if you are supporting one Nigeria, you are supporting the criminality of Nigeria government. So please, this is the topic of today, and I have proven it to you. From what I've showed you now, you know how Nigeria are supporting crime. You know how Nigeria are breeding criminals. You know how Nigeria encourages crime and discourages those who go out to do business, to do legitimate business like hawking and all that. They don't encourage that. They encourage you to go and carry gun and go into robbery or go into kidnapping or go into terrorism and all that, so that they will use you to make money. Because once you become a terrorist, they will be negotiating, they will be sending people to negotiate with you, and when they are sending the people will be making money from your head, from coming to negotiate with you. Those who will be paying the people, which are the senators, they will be also making money from your head, and the security agents will be making money from your head. So this is the business they do in Nigeria. So if you become a terrorist, they will encourage you. People will support you. Money will come from left and right. But those who are agitating for their freedom freely, without gun, without ammunition, they are being subjected to all manner of degrading treatment. They are jailed without a trial. They are in prison without trial. They are tortured and what have you. So Nigeria encourages crime. That is the topic, and you can now believe me. So if in the next 1 minute and there is no call, because of course many people, before the call start coming, a lot of people are calling at the same time. If in the next 1 minute, if there is no call, we will call it a day and we continue tomorrow. And remember, this is very late where I am now. I have to sleep because I'm working tomorrow as well. So thank you for being part of this program. Remember, follow me on Twitter, Simon Ekpa. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Simon Ekpa Biafra Freedom Videos. Also on Facebook, like and follow my page so that you will not miss any of my program. The website simonekpa.com is coming very soon, and if Facebook is attacking us like this, we will always be broadcasting from that website, and all our materials, all the killings, all the picture, all the graphic images will be uploaded on that page, and we will be sharing it for the entire world to see. So thank you for watching me, and remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast is still tomorrow. Don't miss it. It will be hosted as well on this page. Don't miss Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast. It is going to be another bombshell tomorrow. Hello.
Hi, my name is Nkechi Okoli. I'm calling from the U.S.
Nkechi Okoli from the U.S. Welcome to the program.
Okoli.
Nkechi Okoli from the U.S. Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you, Simon. I just wanted to call and commend you, number one, for the work that you're doing.
Thank you very much.
And I'm not specifically commenting on today's presentation. I'm just talking in general now.
Okay.
I want to advise you to stay on track, to never change your style, because a lot of people keep saying, oh, you give too much evidence, and sometimes you will be like, I don't want to play this, I don't want to play that. You need to be playing it.
Yes.
You're showing us what law is all about. Law is about evidence. It's about preponderance of the evidence. And it's a style that our people are not used to, and I really love it about you. Repeat your issues as much as you want. If people don't want it, they are welcome to go create their own platform.
Exactly.
Okay? Nobody has the right to dictate to you how you should do your presentation.
Exactly.
Don't be swayed by too much opinion. Don't do it, please. Don't do it.
Thank you very much.
Be yourself. You know, like the day you were talking about the Sabo, the squint-eyed, stupid fool called Tony Nadia. People were like, "Oh, you should be smiling. Why should you be smiling? Talking about something so serious?
Yes.
Oh, give us a smile." And you go, "I'm gonna smile." No, don't do that. Be yourself. Be yourself. Keep up the good work. I'm really glad that God has made men like you who are above all this petty gossip. I'm really disgusted with some of our Biafra men. That man disgusts me. I was watching him the other day calling you a half-educated person on Dr. Damage's show.
Oh.
But here he is. 21 years, he's been talking about bringing down the Constitution. He has not established any media platform to spread his message. He has no followership. He has no membership. He has no hierarchy. Nobody knows Tony Nadi. Meanwhile, Ipob is in over 100 nations on this planet. And all of us are fools. And only Tony Nadi is smart.
Yes.
And it's so sad. It's so sad. It just breaks my heart that such a man, he goes about telling people what happened between him and people 12 years ago when he called for Conakry. You know, he's stuck in analog generation. Such a hopeless human being. It's so sad. You are so educated and people are half educated. Okay? All he does is call people names. He calls you names. He calls Nnamdi Kanu names just because somebody came to the scene and overshadowed you. You know?
He can continue.
Doesn't care about the number of...
He can full education, you know, and leave those who are half educated. But
exactly.
with his education, he refused to understand that bringing down Constitution is a national issue and not international issue.
It can never happen. Okay, so the only thing that ails Nigeria is the Constitution. What about the values that we hold in common? Even when you bring it down,
yes, the point is even that with the level of his education, he refused to understand that when you talk about constitutional amendment, because what he is parading himself, bringing down constitution, there is nothing like bringing down constitution of a country. It is a constitutional amendment. So when you are talking about a constitutional amendment with his education, he should understand that there is you don't need external observers. You don't need an international observer to have a constitutional amendment in your country. It is an internal issue. Why is he going to London?
Yes.
Why is he going to America? What business does America have to amend the Constitution of Nigeria? Well, you know, I don't know where he got. Of course, he says he's educated, but people are seeing who is educated and who is not educated.
If that's what he wants to do, do it. Do it and leave other people to do their own stuff. Nobody comes. I don't see you coming every day and talking about Tony Nadi. I don't see Nnamdi Kanu going around and all the presenters that we have, all the voices that are all over the internet speaking on behalf of liberation of all of us that are in bondage back home. Nobody talks about what LNC and Tony Nadi is doing. Yeah. Why is he so mad? Why is he so mad about what other people are doing? Nobody knows him.
He's mad. He's mad because what I have just showed today is part of those who are benefiting from this rotten system. So how do you feel? That's why I said, if you go to the office of these people I just spoke about today, they will send thunder. They will want to send thunder on you. If you go and tell them, are you going to tell this doctor now that support Biafra? He will want to kill you. Because you are about to take away something that he is benefiting from. So it is the same thing with Tony Nade and co. They are agents of one Nigeria. Tell me, you are shouting to bring a constitution of Nigeria down for over 22 years. Over 22 years.
Yeah, and all these people are dying, and then the Fulani is making inroads every day. The killing is increasing, the raping, the dismemberment, the burning of people's livelihood. He doesn't see any of these things. The only thing he sees is to bring down the constitution. Does that solve the fact that our values are not comparable with the values of the Hausa Fulani? Is there anything that will make Hausa Fulani change their ways, change their methods, or to obey, like all this hearing? I noticed that in the hearing, it's a hearing for people in the South. Have we ever held a hearing that it brings Magu and the rest? Those people are above the law. They are laws unto themselves.
Exactly.
No amount of constitutional amendment would make them to come and sit here and they're going through a hearing. They won't do that. You know, it's so sad. It breaks my heart. It breaks my, and he wants to take credit for, nobody knows this man. Nobody knows him. Even if he's going around the world trying to sell his constitutional amendment, the fact is it's making no impact. All over the world, we have IPOB, for instance, in at least 100 nations, whereby you can land in an airport, have somebody put you up for the night.
Exactly.
How can you be leading a group that does not exist? No followership, no membership, no hierarchy, what is it?
Yeah.
No media platform, not even a YouTube that he has established to say, okay, to preach his gospel, and let's see who he gets to. Is it by force? Here you are, you have become a national and international phenomenon just by what you present, showing that you have a heart for your people suffering. There you are in Finland, you're a comfortable attorney. It is not in doubt that you are a man that deals with evidence and facts. Okay? He has nothing to offer. All he does is talk about people. Nnamdi Kanu is a scammer. He's a this, he's that. Shut your mouth, Tony Nadi, squint-eyed fool. Okay? And let all of us be fools. And let's call for a referendum and see what happens.
Exactly.
Anyway, I just called to thank you, my brother. I'm so proud of you. So thankful that God has made men like you. Because sometimes my heart is so broken. I'm like, we are going to remain in bondage because our men are all gossips. They are gossip.
Yeah, they never knew. You know? They never knew.
We believe that with you, between Nadia and Emekesere, and that's the other one that you also talked about a little. What is his name?
The one that is
the one that said he's number 4. He's always telling us the only thing he cares about is hierarchy.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Is the one they call Clifford Irania.
Clifford Irania, that he is a petroleum engineer. Look at foolishness. Who doesn't even know that? Like I'm a pharmacist. You're just like a trade. You just learn a trade. That's what being a doctor, being a PhD holder, whatever. You're just really educated. Are like historians, people that study geography. You know, those kinds of classical. You know, he compares himself that he's. But you cannot command a hearing. You cannot command. You cannot speak and have people and attract a hearing, a gathering of people. Exactly. And you're comparing yourself with somebody rallying people around and saying you're more educated, you're overlearned. You see the stupidity. And look, listen to him speak. He's so annoying and irritating. You know, the way he speaks. No charisma, nothing that would draw me to listen to a man like that. He's so faulty to my ears. You know, it's so sad that we have such horrible. So I'm really thankful that, because I know all of them have solicited you. They all solicited you when you came up to the scene to try to, you know, and you have remained above the fray. You have shown us that you can remain above the fray. That your own is to bring some sort of peace and cohesion that allow us to not miss the target. The target is to free ourselves. And once we are free, all these men can now come and vie for power.
Yes.
Then we are in bondage.
Of course, all of them are
in my hometown, my auntie called me the other week, last week, I was telling me that now that she will hear the Hausa people, you know, with their number crossing, and she'll be hearing them from her window in her living room as they are passing through our village square into the bushes. Can you imagine? That's our situation. So if we wait another 21 years, years while he's bringing down the constitution, where are we going to be?
Of course, he is not. The point is that he is not bringing any constitution down. It is a strategy. It is a strategy they use to make living. Do you understand? What is his job in Nigeria? He said he worked in an oil company before. He can go back to oil company. Now I'm asking him, if he come across the video, how is he making his living in Nigeria?
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah. How is he making his living?
So how is he making his living in Nigeria? It is when you tell him, he say he has worked in oil company and he can go back to his job. He's an attorney, he can go back. How are you making your living now? You are living on allowances from the government, either by proxy, directly, or by proxy. You are living on allowances. The government pays you allowances to go and disrupt the Biafra agitators, and that is what he's doing for 21 years.
Yes. That's what
so people should ask him. People should ask him, who is paying you? How are you making your money?
Yes. Yes. And obviously he has a family. How is he feeding them and everything? Traveling.
That's a question. That's a question. How? How is he making his money? Huh? Is he printing money?
Traveling once in a while.
Is he printing money? No. Does Tony Nnadi have business? What is his business? People want to know. It is so you come and start accusing Nnamdi Kanu as a criminal. What is Tony Nnadi's business and what is his job presently in Nigeria?
Yes. So he doesn't even have a YouTube platform
because we want to know. We want to know. If you say you are not collecting money,
set up a YouTube.
Yes.
And spread your news from it, and let's see how many subscribers you get. It's so sad. I'm telling you, please, my brother, do not be swayed. You are doing a fantastic